I'm Ruby Hill. I'm Miss Teen Galaxy UK 2019, and this is my interview with the Pageant project.
Hi everyone, again, it's Adrian from the Pageant project, and this time I'm here with Ruby Hill, who is Miss Teen Galaxy UK 2019. Ruby, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm well. Why don't we start with, because my journey has taken me all around the world, why don't we start with where you are and actually what time of day it is, because as you can see, it's Friday night for me. So where are you and what time is it?
I'm in Runcorn, England, and it's about 10 o'clock here in the morning.
That's not too bad. Why don't we start with how you got involved in pageantry to start with? Because some of your Galaxy sisters have literally, this is the first time they've competed, and some have been competing for over 10 years. So where do you fit in that spectrum?
So I started to compete in pageants about 4 years ago after my sister did like a photo shoot for her birthday. And I was a really shy child. Like people that know me now wouldn't believe it, but I was really shy. I wouldn't go and speak to anyone. But the photographer actually approached me and asked me to do a little bit of modelling. But obviously I was really shy. I didn't want to do anything like that on my own. So we went away and we were thinking of things that I could do because I've always danced. So I wanted to try something new. And we came across pageants and entered my first one 4 years ago. And 4 years later, here we are, a completely different person.
Wow, okay, so 4 years actually is a fairly long time. So what are the different systems that you've competed in?
I've competed in Crown and Glory, Face of Europe in the World. I've actually competed in Galaxy as a junior too a couple of years back, and now Galaxy Teen as well.
Right. So in those 4 years, can you give us an idea as to how you've changed? I mean, you said you used to be shy, and I have heard that before.
Yeah.
And then when I'm interviewing the person, no, I don't ever believe it. But can you give us an idea as to how you've changed over the 4 years?
I'm so much more confident that I wouldn't have gone and spoken to anyone on my own. So really the difference is now that I will go and speak to anyone that will have a conversation with me. And I think I'm just a completely different person because I'm more aware of myself and other people as well.
Mm-hmm. And can you give us an idea as to, because you said that, so you've become more confident. I think for the young ones watching, in fact, even probably some of the older ones, they'll want to know how pageantry helped you to become more confident. So was it the interviews? Was it simply mingling with the other girls? Or how did it help you become more confident?
I think it was a bit of a mix of everything, being on stage and feeling that adrenaline rush, having the interview and that experience to talk to all them judges in front of you really gives you the experience to know how to speak to people in the correct manner, and then just meeting loads of different people. Everyone teaches you different things. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And can you, obviously I wasn't at Galaxy UK, can you give us an idea as to what your experience this year was like? Because over here in Australia, the Miss division, for example, was decided by half a point. So how did you find your Galaxy journey this year?
I've enjoyed my Galaxy journey so much. I've worked so hard. I've done over 70 appearances.
70?
Done, yeah.
70?
Yeah.
How do you have time for anything else?
I work very, very hard. And meeting everyone, my pageant sisters are the most amazing girls, and my director, I honestly couldn't have wished for a better year.
So, I mean, obviously you said you worked hard, and if you've done 70 appearances, obviously that is very hard. Can you give us an idea as to what appearances you've done and why? I guess let's start with why it's so important to you. I mean, you don't do 70 appearances unless you actually think it's important.
I think that the appearances are important because you want to promote your title as much as you can and get your name and the charity out there. So And I think if you win a title, you should be very proud to promote it and show it to the world. If you win a title and you don't really do much, that's really taking it away from another girl that could have possibly won and done so much more with it. But some of my favourite appearances,
You've got a lot to
on
choose from.
Wednesdays, yeah, I got a whole book. On Wednesdays, I volunteer at there's a thing called Scouse Kitchen here in Liverpool. So I volunteer there feeding the homeless on
Wow.
Wednesdays. I've done fun runs. I've done a 5K. I've done so many things, pageants, judging at pageants, comparing, you name it, I've probably done
So
it.
what has been your, I know it will be hard to choose given that you've done 70, but has there been a particular moment for you that really stood out as your favorite?
It was probably the last day of Galaxy, because in the UK we do it over 3, 4
Hmm.
days. So each category is over a different day. And the last day, our Miss was crowned, Emma. And after that, all the winners kind of got pictures together. And it was just a really special moment to know that we'd all be sharing our year with each other.
How often do you actually get to see your sisters? Because I ask because in Australia it's huge. So if you're on one side of the country, you don't get to see
Yeah.
the other side. The UK obviously is smaller. Do you guys get to actually get together fairly often?
It kind of depends what we're doing. So if there's like a big event, we try and all meet together, or if someone's got their own event,
Mm.
then we'll all make the effort to go. Things like that. It's just depending what you're doing, where you are.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so guys, if you're watching and you have a question for Ruby, make sure to leave it in the comments and I'll pass it on, or any messages of support. So, Ruby, one question that we've been getting a lot is why Galaxy, as in why you chose Galaxy.
I think I chose Galaxy because I did it as a junior.
Yeah.
It was my first ever pageant. So I don't know what I was thinking going to Galaxy for my first ever pageant, but I enjoyed it so much. I took a little bit of time out and tried different
Mm.
systems, but I always knew that Galaxy was the one I'd go back to. It's just the community and the family that it is just amazing, and the support that we get off our
Mm.
director Holly is just amazing.
Did you
Yeah.
say that the junior, so when you entered the junior for Galaxy, that was that your very, very first pageant, was it? What was
Yeah,
that like?
yeah. That was it was
Did,
because it was my first pageant, it was a bit like, "Oh wow, okay, this is big," but like it was so much fun. I still speak to girls that I competed with then,
right.
so it was an amazing
Did
experience.
you know what you were getting yourself into? Because I interviewed your missus, I can't remember, like 12 or 24 hours ago. She literally paid on the day and had no idea what she was getting herself into. So was that similar to you?
Yeah. It was a bit like see what's on the internet, kind of like what are people doing, and then just turn up on the day, really.
Right. Okay. So if there's someone, let's say your age, thinking about maybe entering pageantry,
Yeah.
obviously pageantry in the UK, from what I've been gathering, is it's probably similar to here in Australia. It's growing, hopefully, but it's certainly nowhere
Yeah,
near as
yeah.
big as it is in the United States. And the problem is it's not held in the same
No.
sort of, it's not sort of reputable. People in the States, queens will put their title on their resume. So if there was
Yeah.
someone, let's say your age, what would you tell them in terms of what you could gain from pageant? Like why should they enter pageantry?
You sh- you gain life lessons. Like I've never had a job interview, but I feel like I could go into a job interview feeling so confident and know how to answer the questions
Mm.
that these interviewers are giving me because of pageant interviews. They give you life lessons how to communicate with people. You meet such amazing people from all around the world, so that is just a gift in itself.
Mm.
And yeah, just have the best time doing it, really.
Can you imagine what you'd be like without those 4 years of pageantry in your life?
My life would be very quiet.
Quite, not 70 appearances.
Yeah.
So what do you tend to do with yourself? I mean, obviously 70 appearances will keep you busy, but outside of pageantry, give the viewers an idea as to what keeps you busy on a daily basis.
So I spend a lot of time dancing. I'm actually going to college this year to do a full-time professional dance
Oh wow.
course with placements in the West End and things like that and Broadway. So I'm really excited for that. I love to work out. Me and Miss Galaxy Europe, Kelsey, we've been doing a boot camp together every day. So getting ready for international. So that's
Hmm.
been really fun, just doing it together and motivating each other. Um, I love going to the cinemas with my friends, just being a teenager, really, just doing fun
That sounds
stuff.
similar to Australia. And when you get over to the US, you should meet up with the Australian teen queen because she's also looking to
Yeah,
be
I'm
a
excited.
professional dancer as well. She's already been over to New York, and I think she wants to be a
Oh,
rockette.
amazing.
So you two will probably get
Wow.
along like a house on fire. And
Yeah.
so the question always is, for a dancer such as yourself, how easy is it for you to learn the opening number?
Oh, that's my favorite bit. I love the opening number.
Isn't it a bit easy for you?
Well, maybe.
I'm kind of hoping it is. If you want to be a professional dancer, I'm hoping that the opening number is easy for you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to the comments. So Rebecca Jane Everson has said, "Good morning, you two." Is Rebecca your Ms.?
Ms. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I am trying to schedule an interview in with Rebecca. She's incredibly busy as well, and I've just scheduled one in with
Yeah.
Emma. So if that all works out, then I'll have all four of the UK queens.
The whole team.
Yeah, that's better than I've done with the Aussies. Lauren Sexton, who is Miss Voluptuous UK Ambassador 2018/19. Ruby, love you, Mrs. You have grown so much as a young lady. And we've just got one from Leah Marie Flynn Williams. Good luck, Ruby. You're an amazing role model. XX.
Oh, thank you.
Um, with the role models, have you found that there are a lot of young people, or maybe even older people, who are looking up to you? Especially you're doing 70 appearances. Obviously, you're going to be getting seen a lot.
I think that it is important to have the young girls, even the older girls, to look at what how much work I'm doing and aspire to do as much as me, because it is important to do the appearances
Mm.
and help the charities and things like that. So it is important. So maybe seeing someone that does as much work as me would motivate them to do it as well.
How do you? I mean, obviously with 70, that's a lot. But how? I imagine you don't take on every appearance because no one can do everything. So how do you go about choosing which appearances to go to?
Honestly, if people contact me asking me to go to
Hmm.
their event, I will always pick them first because they've took the time out to invite me. But then I just go to anything that will help me and what the charity's for. I support a lot of charities, but there are some certain charities that I do like to support more.
Yeah,
But then if I've got an odd day where I'm not doing anything, which is very, very
I
rare,
can imagine.
I like to do things that are just like quite close to home. So like fun days, things like that.
Are there any particular charities that are a bit closer to your heart?
The Christie's charity, which is a cancer hospital, and the Halton Haven Hospice is where I live, and it's a hospice for um, terminally ill people to go before they sadly pass away.
Right. Okay. So when you do appearances with the hospice, are you talking with the people who are there? What do you do with those appearances?
So they have different events throughout the year.
Hmm.
So last weekend I was actually at a butterfly release. So we release butterflies in remembrance of people that have
Mm.
passed, family members. So I was going around talking to patients, the community, people that work there, and I ran the raffle, which was very glamorous.
How did it feel as a young person going to a hospice? Because when you're a teenager, you're not thinking of dying. You're
Yeah.
invincible. How did it feel mingling with those sorts of people who've lived such long lives, such full lives?
It is amazing that I do get the opportunity to speak to people that have lived through so
Mm.
much. And I think I'm very lucky to have the ability to go and speak to people that have lived their lives, and learn about maybe their family members that have passed away and things like that.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be an eye-opening experience. I'm just going to go
Yeah,
back
it's
to the
amazing.
comments. Your fan base all have really long names. Robin Marie
Sorry.
Helen Porteous has said, "Morning Ruby, good luck at internationals next week," with 3 hearts.
Thank
Jody
you.
Doherty has said, "And a massive good luck to you, Ruby. You've done amazing," with 2 hearts. And then Robin has also said, "Not just young girls that look up to Ruby, older pageant girls do too," with 2 hearts.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think it is about yourself that you're most proud of? I mean, obviously you've got some of the older girls looking up to you as well. What qualities do you think they look up to you most for? Outside of the hard work.
I think that they probably look at me and think that I'm active because I walk into a room with a big smile on my face and I make the effort to go and speak to everybody. I'm just really, really positive, approachable to speak to, so they probably just feel comfortable coming to me and having a chat.
That's a good quality to have, light up a room. I will give you the questions from Instagram. And guys, if you have any questions on the Facebook stream, let me know. But Robin has asked, what advice would you give for on-stage nerves? I'm assuming as a dancer, you don't really have many nerves.
Well, you'd be surprised. I'd say I'm one of them people that shake. I shake so much when I'm like nervous, excited. So you'll probably see me in the corner shaking.
Doesn't sound very pleasant. You're just in the corner somewhere, just shaking. Okay.
Yeah. But I'd say just take a deep breath before you go on. Take time to really think to yourself, concentrate on your breathing, and then when you're on stage, I forget that everyone's in the room and that I'm in my bedroom, strutting my stuff in front of the mirror. I just think that.
Can you tell us how much dancing, because obviously you've done a lot of dancing, how much has dancing helped you with pageantry? Because I asked Artine here, and the way she was talking about it, the two seem very, very similar. She spends all her time in heels, all her time. Yeah. Have you found that there's quite a lot of similarities?
Well, I'd say that pageants has helped my dance more.
Right.
So, I've always danced, but I used to follow my sister around. I'd do everything that she did. So I've only started dancing because she started dancing. So I was always in the back, didn't really put that much effort in because I thought I was going to embarrass myself. Never really performed with my face or anything. But then after pageants, I grew in confidence, and my dance teacher really noticed a difference. Like I enjoy musical theatre now more than like street dance because I know how to act and use my face, which I've gained from pageants.
Do you think acting might be in your future then?
Maybe I'm not very good at remembering lines. So probably not.
Good at remembering dance routines, I'm sure. Maybe just not so good at remembering lines. I mean, they're very different parts of the brain. Liz Marnock, who is your Canadian teen sister, has asked, what is one thing you want the judges to know about you?
I want the judges to know that if I was to win, I would be an amazing queen. I work so hard, and if I was lucky enough to win, I would work 100 times harder and put more effort in than I am now.
This may be a tricky question, but what do you think of queens who, unlike yourself, win a title and then do nothing? Because I spoke to your international director, Maria, about this, and she doesn't like them. I can't say I think very highly of them, and we do have a few of them, unfortunately. But kind of the opposite of you. What do you think of those sorts of queens?
I do think that they have taken the opportunity off someone that could have done the title more justice and went out and promoted more. But really, they're just not really setting themselves up for a good experience, are they? Because they're not going to experience the things that someone would if they're working harder than them. They won't be experiencing what they would be.
Yeah. Let's talk about the US. So I'm assuming that you're excited to go over to the US or the UK.
Very, very excited.
All the UK girls, their eyes go like this, and it's normally because of the weather. They want to get out of the gloom and doom of UK weather and get into the sun. What are you most looking forward to in terms of at least the pageant in the US?
I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone. I love meeting people from different places. And I'm going to have to try really hard not to do people's accents, though, because I'm not very good and I do it all the time. So I'm just going to have to stop myself. But yeah, meeting all the girls and where they're from and learning about their countries and them, it's going to be really exciting.
When you say accents, what do you mean? Do you just start imitating, like subconsciously start mimicking people's... What sort of accents have you mimicked?
Oh, well, when someone has an accent, they start speaking to me, I literally just start speaking their accent. It's weird.
I really think you should be an actress. I mean, if you can do it well, I mean, do you do it well or does it come out badly? Because if it's bad, that's not a good idea.
Oh, I mean, I think it sounds good. Other people probably don't think it sounds good.
Well, can you do Maria a favour? Can you do a Scottish accent?
Oh,
how's your Scottish accent?
Oh, I'm from Scotland. That's all you're getting.
That's not bad, actually. That's a lot better than I could do.
Oh, thanks.
When I guess because you're going over there, you said you're excited to meet everyone. Have you actually started messaging or become close with any of the international queens already?
Yeah, well, it's amazing seeing all of the other girls' pictures and things on Instagram, and we all comment on each other. So yeah, I'm really excited. We're in contact a little bit, yeah.
That's cool. And are you going over straight for the pageant and then coming back, or do you have some downtime planned as well?
No, unfortunately, I've got to come back because I'm starting college and my mum's a teacher, so she'll be starting back at school.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess at least you get to go for the pageant. So at least, one week is better than no weeks.
Exactly.
In terms of what your goals are after the international pageant, so win or not win, what are the things that you'd like to do for the rest of your UK reign, at least?
So I'd actually like to go to different countries, travel a little bit more, go to different support systems in different countries and learn about different charities and where they are and things like that. So
is it where would you maybe see yourself in 5 years? I mean, you mentioned dancing, so is that where you see yourself, hopefully, professional dancer?
Hopefully I would like to do that as a career, but on the other side, I'd always like to go into the police as well. I'd love to be a police officer, so it's two very, very different sides, but whatever happens.
Why a police officer? I mean, that is very different to...
Very different.
Any particular reason? I mean, doesn't have to be a reason, but any particular reason?
I like the thought of me being with people's lives being in my hands. You know what I mean? Like people's safety. I'd like to really have people count on me to keep them safe and keep them calm in situations.
Are you good at staying calm yourself?
I think so, yeah. I don't really let things faze me that much.
Right. That's good to know. Okay. Guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments because I'm about to go into the final 10 questions with Ruby. But Ruby, before we go to the final 10 questions, for people to follow your journey on social, I've got your Insta handle underneath your video at teengalaxyuk.2019, and then I've tagged your Facebook page. Are those the two main best platforms to get you on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right. Have you had a chance to see any of your other queens go through the 10 questions?
Yes, I was watching Kaylee last night. She's hilarious. I was laughing my head off.
Kaylee is either laughing or crying, apparently. There's nothing in the middle. There were a lot of people tuned into that one. She's obviously influenced a lot of people. She's done really, really well. Okay, well, you get the same 10 questions. So, exactly the same. Okay, so number 1, what is your favorite word?
Fabulous.
I think you should answer every question with a different accent. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Question 2, what is your least favourite word?
Failure.
Any particular reason? You got a bit of a pout on your face when you said that.
I don't believe in the word failure. If you haven't gotten something, and then it just wasn't your time, and come back stronger and better.
I like it. Okay. Number 3, in life, what gets you excited? What turns you on?
Having a goal, so doing something to work towards something.
And question 4, what turns you off?
Bad manners.
Any particular kind of bad manners?
Just not saying thank you or please. I mean, it's not hard.
No, it's not hard, but it's quite amazing how many people don't do it. Question 5, What sound or noise do you love?
I like the sound of the rain.
Question 6, What sound or noise do you hate?
When people eat with their mouths open.
The chewing.
Yes.
No one likes that sound. Okay,
Nope.
You don't need to explain that one, believe me. Question 7, if you could have any one superpower, what would you pick and why?
I would have invisibility, just to go around and scare people, play tricks on people. It'd just be fun, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Would it be? Depends what kind of friends you have. Anytime anyone, I've said this, anytime anyone answers invisibility, I get a little bit worried, because the first girl I remember who answered invisibility, she wanted to go and steal stuff. So invisibility always worries me slightly. Question 8, if you could have any occupation in the world, I mean, we've discussed a few, but I guess what would be your dream job?
A Disney princess, definitely.
Is that really a job?
Yeah, in Disneyland.
Okay. I thought you meant for real. Okay. All right.
Oh, no.
Fair enough. Okay. What's a job or occupation that you definitely would not like to attempt?
A bin man. It's a bit of a smelly job, isn't it?
I would imagine so. Yes, unless your bins in the UK are very different to the bins that we have here. Final question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Come in, everybody is equal.
Lovely. Okay. Well, Ruby, before I let you go, is there anyone that you want to give thanks to or shout out to for the 4 years that have got you to this point?
Definitely my mum. I don't think I'd be here without her, and my dad, and just everyone that I've met along the way, especially my pageant sisters for Galaxy. They're amazing girls, and they're all going to do so well. So I'm so happy that I'm sharing this time with them.
Yeah, well, one of the people over here in Australia already picked one of you guys as the favourite to win. So that was a hot tip.
Oh.
Are you guys flying over as a team together, or are you flying separately?
Yeah, we're all flying together on Monday.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, a very noisy plane.
Well, I can imagine. I mean, you can also practice your walking up and down the aisles. How long a flight is it for you guys?
I think it's like 8.5 hours,
that's fine.
maybe.
Coming from us,
that's fine.
The poor Australian girls have to fly about 20 something hours.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
So 8 hours is a walk in the park. You'll be fine. Okay. Well, Ruby, I'm going to keep you on for just a second after I let the audience go.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time, and best of luck
you.
in the United States. And thanks to everyone for watching. And we'll speak to you again next time. Hey, it's Adrian. Thanks so much for listening to our podcast. Make sure to subscribe to get details of our new episodes as they drop, and connect with us on social at The Pageant Project. Speak to you next.